We're officially starting now.
All right, cool.
How's it going?
Pretty good. How about yourself, man?
I'm doing well.
Nice.
Just chilling in this stranger's kitchen.
It's you might not be able to see the entirety of the room, but it's actually a very beautiful home.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
Yeah,
I mean, if aesthetically it would have worked in this corner, we would have sat over there.
yeah, for sure.
Welcome to Seattle's best brunch.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
There isn't any food,
Okay.
so sorry to break that to you.
Okay. It's more that makes it just kind of like a Seattle, not even a brunch, but yeah.
Seattle, just Seattle.
Yeah.
Welcome to Seattle.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're from Florida.
Yes, I am.
Yeah. We'll get into that. But my first question,
Mm-hmm.
always,
Okay.
who are you?
I'm DeShawn Rivers. I'm an artist, songwriter, producer, creative, suave, gentleman, chess connoisseur.
Chess connoisseur.
I wouldn't say that.
Oh, okay.
Big reader. I like chess. I enjoy reading, walking, getting into golf. I don't know.
How's that going?
It's pretty tough, actually. It's actually extraordinarily tough.
Is it?
Yeah.
I mean, it's like the thing nowadays, golf.
I think it's really fun. Part of me feels like golfing is an excuse to just like walk and talk with your friends, especially when you're on a course,
That's dope.
which I do enjoy. But I'm also like, you could just walk and talk. But it adds the competitive part as well. So
Yeah.
it gives you something to do.
Right, right. Do you like competing?
I'm actually pretty big on competing. Yeah.
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 Big on competing. Would you say you're competitive?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nice.
Mhm.
I love that. We'll get into that, I think.
Mhm.
What's your handicap?
In golf,
Can we say that? Is that politically correct?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
I'll be honest. I have not even gotten to the point. I don't even really know what that means.
Oh,
I just like swinging it. I like swinging the club.
I think handicap is like, it has something to do with how bad you are. In the sense of like, if it's par three, you have 3 strokes to get into the hole. I think you would have like a +1 if you got in 4 strokes.
Okay. Well, I'll say this. If we were keeping score and we were counting every swing I did, we're going triple bogey like every hole.
Okay.
You know, we're talking about like swings that could have been practice swings, chipping the ground. It's rough.
Yeah.
But when I do hit the ball, it's like solid, good contact. You can hear it.
Gotcha. So it takes a couple times.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah. Unlike, or pretty similar to actually, after watching the video, you making pancakes.
Oh, yeah. You know what's really funny about that? Me fucking that up was so like, that was an extremely genuine thing that happened.
Yeah. I mean, you could tell. You were struggling.
Yeah.
You would, I think when I heard the song Pancakes, I was like, okay, this guy could throw down in the kitchen. And maybe you can, but when it comes to pancakes, no. That's not the case, which is ironic.
That case, I don't keep track of my ingredients pretty well enough.
Yeah.
Definitely wasn't paying attention. Yeah. So that's how I ended up pulling confectioner sugar.
Oh, gotcha.
It was
Okay.
confectioner.
Instead of flour.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love how halfway you were like, this smells like caramel. Let's just keep going. Maybe it's a process.
No, I mean, I'll be honest. The entire time I was just like, even when I mixed the batter, I knew something was off, but I was like, surely it'll come together. And then it was just downhill the entire time.
Yeah. I feel like this relates really well to something else that you've said before.
What would that be?
I'm trying to see if I could find the exact quote. These are my notes, by the way. I'm not just on Instagram. I can't, but it was one of your like limiting beliefs, or it was just like some words of wisdom of sometimes you're going to make something and it's going to feel rough. It's going to feel like doo-doo. You're like, why would I continue working on this? I'm just going to throw it away. But you said something about part of the beauty is continuing to work through it and then like chipping away at it and then sculpting it and then finding the greatness that is actually within inside the musical, sonic, or flour, sugar mess that you've created at first.
Yeah, no, I think when you're creating anything, the first time you do it's gonna be like a rough draft, and you're right. It's like a sculpture. You got to keep hammering away, chipping away, and then it's gonna reveal itself. But you can't just give it up at the beginning, because you're not giving yourself the credit and believing in yourself that you can make it work. And it's nothing beautiful starts out looking that way. Flowers have to bloom, and so you must allow it to bloom. If you just like see it grow a little bit and you're like, I don't like the way it looks, and you just cut it off, you really wasted the potential of what it could have been.
Love that. There seems to be your ethos just across everything.
I would say so. I mean, I think the act of creating, the process creating, it's taught me a lot about life and just how to live life. And I do believe that how you do anything is how you do everything. And so it's just the realization from creating made me realize other ways that I can improve my life, or if I applied these ideas to my life in general, then I can create something beautiful.
Yeah.
I like to say that my greatest work of art is my life.
So what I hear you saying is that eventually you'll be Phil Mickelson if you just keep chipping away at the golf thing.
Genuinely, if I like kept going for it, like I really like put in the time, I do think I could be like that nice.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay. Keep an eye out. So let's take a step back.
Okay.
I feel like there's a lot of things I want to dive into. Let's use a segue from golf.
Okay.
You are Filipino, African American, and you said at some point you want to do a concert in the motherland.
Yes, I did say that.
Which you refer to as the Philippines, is that? So do you feel like, or how much has your Filipino heritage played a part in your music? I mean, you did say Bruno Mars is the GOAT the other day, which, I mean, it's not like a wrong statement. It's not a hot take. Like, he's really good. Some people think he's an industry plant, which I find is just like crazy.
They don't study history. They don't. Nah, don't get me started, man.
Okay, you guys have feelings about that. Okay. Yeah, how much do you feel like your Filipino heritage plays into how you think about art and creating and music and who you're trying to be as an artist?
Honestly, I do feel like kind of probably very little, minuscule, honestly. And I think that's part of why I would love to perform there, just to get that connection. The way I grew up, I'm so much closer to the like African American side of my family, because they're all concentrated in South. Like a lot of them were in Florida. And my Filipino relatives, outside of my mom and grandparents, like those were the only ones that were in Florida. They're like in San Francisco, Toronto. And so culturally, I don't even really, beyond food, I don't have that much of a cultural connection to Filipino culture. There's so many terms that like, there's terms of endearment that like, I think Koya or something like that means like brother. I didn't learn that was a thing until I was like 23.
Okay. Do you feel like you're intentionally trying to make a connection back to that Filipino side?
I would say so. To me, I would like to. I think it would be nice, but I don't know if I would say it's super intentional. Like, I don't know if I'd really, maybe I would regret it if I didn't, but maybe this goes back to being from Florida, like especially Tallahassee. It wasn't like a super diverse place. And so when I think about Filipino, I just think of kind of like Asian in general. And so even in the past few years, I've gotten more connected with Asian culture. You know, I had a studio in the Fishbowl. And so like they really focus on like Asian culture, met a lot of Asian artists. And so I do feel that connection to Asianness, but Filipino specifically, like I haven't really in my mind even figured out what being Filipino truly means.
Have you tapped into and potentially the answer is no, but I know that there's a pretty strong Filipino music community here in Seattle. Have you tapped into that at all, or like made connections there?
A little bit. Like one of my favorite people and artists is Liv Victorino. She's Filipino.
Yeah.
Lauren Fernandez is a great Filipino artist as well. Blue Perez. I don't know if he'd call himself an artist, but he's a guitarist. He's played in my band. He mostly plays in Moving in Slow. And I met this dude named Carl Angelo.
Okay.
Yeah, he's actually like really popping. He's got like a song in the hymn movie right now.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, like
Is he from Seattle?
he's from LA, but he like came out to Seattle.
Gotcha.
But he's like hot right now. So those are the people I would say like Lauren and Liv, Blue are the people I'm like really in community with. I haven't been to like too many like Filipino specific events or music events, I should say. So I've tapped into the culture that way, and like through osmosis, I am learning more.
Gotcha. Nice. That's super dope. How much does Bruno Mars, or like how much inspiration do you get from Bruno Mars, or like, because your sound, I want to say your sound is like 100% similar, but there's a lot of like rhythm and blues and like soul. Not saying that Bruno Mars like created that, but yeah, I guess the question is like, how much do you look at him for inspiration versus other artists? Are there other artists?
I mean, Bruno Mars is like he's like the reason I got into music.
Oh, really?
Bruno Mars and Ed Sheeran are like the reasons I got into music.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Why is that?
They released within a year. Bruno Mars had Unorthodox Jukebox, and Ed Sheeran had Multiply, and so like both of those albums were like my true introduction to them. Like I was aware of them beforehand, but when those albums came out and I listened to them, I was like, this is music. So then I like went in a deep dive. I was like watching all their interviews, all the like behind the scenes, them performing. And I was just like seeing them play guitar, and I was like, yo, that's the dopest thing I've ever seen. And that's what really got me into getting a guitar and like making music.
That's super dope. What specifically was it about it? Was it like their playing style, what they were talking about, how they sang, like some of the rhythms that they were exploring?
So for Ed Sheeran specifically, I guess he still does this, but there would be so many videos of him in like a nightclub, and it's just an acoustic guitar, a loop pedal, and then from that he would create like this sonic soundscape, just layering on top. And it was fun, rhythmic, and I just amazed because I have never seen anyone perform like that. If I've seen like bands, solo artists, but seeing what's possible with such like limited gear like was truly fascinating to me. It like showed me the possibilities.
Yeah, I just listened to this podcast called "And the Writer Is." Have you heard this?
No.
Oh, you would love it. You as someone that I know to be very intentional about songwriting and craft and like habit and practice, I think would really, if you do listen to podcasts.
Not as much anymore, but I'd be interested.
Never mind. Forget I said anything. No, it's pretty good. The podcast is centered around songwriters, and Ed Sheeran talks about how he always wants to have one leg in a songwriter's role and in a performer artist role, and so he was on this because he's also a fantastic songwriter.
I agree. Yeah.
And he talked about like how he still tries to find opportunities where he could just be a guy, an acoustic guitar, loop pedal and just perform, because it really like feeds his soul to explore and to share his music in that way. So yeah, I thought that was cool. I would agree. He's pretty dope. Yeah. Is there any more modern artists that you've seen recently that gave you a same sort of like reaction of like, that's music, and then you dive into their catalog?
Tyler the Creator, when he released Igor, that was like an eye-opening album. It like made me realize how much was possible with production, and seeing him really break out the mold, because that wasn't a rap album. There was so much happening. It was like so genre blending, and I was aware of him before that album, like especially his early stuff. But I was like, it's Tyler the Creator. Like he's kind of says crazy things, off-putting things. And then that album made me realize, one, he's like grown from that. And two, like he really his production and songwriting, like he really made it a craft. Like he really crafted that album to be one of the most unique sounding pieces of work.
Yeah, he's incredible. I mean, I would totally agree. Speaking of which, you said in a video from your Jam Diaries, which I thoroughly enjoyed. I didn't watch every single one all the way through, but I definitely caught the snippets. You said, I'm tired of rapping and being a sad, and all this sad boy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna paraphrase. Trying to get back on that freakish.
Yeah.
Yet most of the songs I've heard from you recently are rap songs.
Yes.
So that was like a recent video. So I guess where's your head at in terms of like the direction that you want to explore, and why?
Well, right now I'm making a lot of pop R&B songs.
Okay.
Like I'm writing that. I feel I just get pulled to it. I really like songwriting. And to me, rapping, the line between rapping and singing can get really blurry. And when I think of it like poetry. The less words you use, the more concentrated the power is of each word. And so with rapping, if you have like a really nice flow, if you start taking words out, like just only leave the most important words, you're left with a melody, and you can literally just sing that. And so songwriting, writing as a singer instead of a rapper, I think it's a bigger challenge, because it challenges my songwriting ability and my control of my voice. And I think I can also express different feelings and emotions better with singing than rapping.
I can see that. Yeah. I was watching I watch a lot of interviews, obviously, of artists I really like and artists that I don't know. It's something I get to know them. But somebody was talking about Clip's Malice, his word economy.
Yes.
Have you heard that term? Where like he actually, from like a syllable perspective, if you count the syllable, he's not saying a lot. But by him doing that, he says a lot.
Yes.
Which I find just to be such an extraordinary talent that took him a long time to like craft and practice. And but it just reminded me, based on what you were saying, where I think I would almost that would be an interesting debate, because I would almost slightly disagree or play the devil's advocate that rapping is easier in that respect, because I feel like with singing you have a melody to complement what you're saying and get emotion across, versus with rapping you kind of just only have your voice, unless you're doing like melodic rap or something. Right? And so it relies a lot more on saying the right thing to get the point and the emotion across.
Yeah, I think that's true. But I also, as far as the right thing, I think a lot of it is delivery. True. Like genuinely, there's some Taylor Swift lyrics off the latest album where I'm like, if she rapped this, it would have been kind of the hardest shit ever.
Really?
Like the whole like, did you girl boss too close to the sun? If that was a rap, I'd be like, damn, that shit's kind of tough. Like,
yeah. I haven't heard the new album. I heard there's a lot of controversy.
There's a lot of controversy.
Like a lot.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah, the Swifties they're in a tizzy right now.
Really? The Swifties are in a tizzy.
Oh, they're not liking it.
Why? Can you speak for the Swiftie fans out there real quick?
I don't know. Like, I think maybe it's just she's been on top for so long. Maybe they're turning on her. Because I don't know if the music is like particularly that different. And maybe that's the problem.
Yeah.
Maybe they want some kind of evolution, but
It does sound very similar.
Mhm.
Song to song. But I feel like one thing that there's two things. Let's see. Let me make sure I count correctly. There's at least two things, if not more,
Mhm.
that I really enjoy about your artistry
Mm.
and just like who you are as a person. And I guess I've known you for like 2 years now, 2.5 years.
Mhm.
And even in those 2.5 years, I've seen you like grow in your artistry, in your brand
Mhm.
quite a bit. I'd say you're someone that I look to, and we've had conversations just about like how to go about branding and marketing and more the operation side of one's art,
Mhm.
which I find very like fascinating
Mm.
and like commend you on really trying to hone in on that.
Oh, thank you.
And on the art side, I mean, you are a fabulous lyricist.
Thank you.
I feel like, again, we've had conversations and you've mentioned like just how intentional you are, whether it's about a song or just the practice of writing.
Mhm.
Because I think a lot of people forget that talent a lot of the times is just doing the thing over and over and over and over again.
Yeah.
So I guess the question is like, do you have any lyrics that come to mind that you've written where you wrote it down and you're like, damn, that's the one?
Hmm. Let me see. There's this one lyric off this song called "Where Are We Now." Uh, that's unreleased, but I said this is like just a short part. But I was like, I've never felt adrenaline because I'm not seeing any threats. Or I've never felt adrenaline because I ain't seen a threat. But I was just like, damn, that shit is like tough. I don't know for me, but I don't even. I think part of it is I don't necessarily see myself as a lyricist. Because I am crafting it. I think a lot of times the magic comes on rewrites where I'm like really sitting and like seeing like, okay, what lines or what words are non-negotiable. You know, there's sometimes things that were like, this is kind of filler. Like I could put any line here and the song would still make sense. But I don't know. For me, songwriting, I like to really focus on hooks. And I feel like as a rapper, it should be like your verses got to go crazy. But for me, I'm like, that's just a way to get to the hook, you know? Especially a pre-chorus, which I don't know, rap songs don't really have pre-choruses like that.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Yeah. But a pre-chorus, I think to me, a pre-chorus is like the most powerful part of a song.
Yes. I mean, so many like other interviews I'm pulling from, but two things. One, I heard that the way Drake writes is he only writes hooks. And he essentially says like he only writes hooks, and then whenever like a better hook comes around as he's writing, he'll just put that as the chorus and then save all the other ones as part of the verse. Do you think very similarly, or what's your process as you're like trying to, you know, emphasize the hook and get to the hook in some of the things that you just said?
Yeah, I think for me, I write a lot and then I'll think of it as kind of like Lego bricks, where it's like whether it's a chorus or a verse, like this is just like a section of a song. And so there's many times where a song has been crafted out of like maybe 4 other songs, where here's some rough drafts. These aren't really making sense as a song, but I'm like, hey, this hook really works on this beat, and this verse matches this hook. And so I'm just kind of throwing things together where, you know, I have this thing where sometimes I'm in a session and then like they'll say, yo, like write for the song, and then I'll have a verse pretty quickly, and then I'll rap it well, like pretty quickly. And I don't know if people think it's like I'm doing some kind of magic, but it'll literally just be like, oh, this was an old joint that like I wrote, and I just have it like backlogged just in case for a situation like this.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's very indicative of the fact that you're so willing to explore and experiment and like and do things and like pull from existing experiences because you, if I remember correctly, you started in rap ish.
Ish.
At least the first stuff I heard from you, I thought was rap.
Oh yes, that is true. Yeah.
Okay. Which we'll get into some of that in a moment. But
I actually started in EDM.
you started in EDM?
Yeah.
So explain that because I don't know if I've heard those.
So I was making, when I first started in music, I was just playing guitar, and I joined when I was in college. I joined this like music production club, and I joined it literally because I was at this like, what is it called? They had this fair for extracurriculars, and I was pretty shy into myself. And so I went to the one table that no one was in line for because I was like, I don't really want to talk to anyone. And it just happened to be a music production club. And everyone in there were they're EDM producers. And so I just got really into that type of music. I used to make a lot of future bass. On SoundCloud, it's like Micro Sloth, like that's the name. And so, yeah, I'd made like future bass music for a while actually.
Do you still make music under Micro Sloth?
No.
But I can find it.
Yes, it's still up.
Okay. Is it good?
I think it's amazing.
Okay.
I think by like the standards of, what would make something a professional EDM music, probably not. But I think the ideas, the concepts are there.
Right. Where's the obsession with sloths come into play?
I think they're really fun, man. I don't know. Like they're really chill. I like the idea of slowing down.
Yeah.
It's like you just gotta center yourself, slow down. They could be dangerous, if they sped up, but
have you ever seen one in person?
Oh yes. Yeah.
They're wild.
Yeah, I've been to like a sloth sanctuary.
Oh really? Where at?
There's one in Florida.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. Okay. So you started in EDM where you wanted to be Ed Sheeran and Bruno Mars. Then you transitioned to EDM, Micro Sloth, started making rap music, went to R&B, and now you're kind of exploring R&B, rap, pop-ish.
Yeah.
I guess I think a lot of this is just because you just love music, right? And so you're just constantly evolving and exploring. Was the transition back to rap very intentional? And are you going to go back to maybe more R&B singer songwriter vibes in the future, or like where are you seeing yourself morph into?
Yeah, the switch back to rap was I don't know if I told you the backstory of like where most of the songs that I'm having come out now are from.
Actually, that's one of my questions.
Yeah. So like I had this previous album out, and I really liked the songs. It was called "Growing Up Is Hard." That's why I don't. And I put it out a while ago, and I enjoyed the songs, but it didn't really pop. I was also not really doing music as a like, oh, this is a career thing. I was just making a lot of music. And so part of me going back to rap is just giving these songs the love that I think they deserve. Because when I originally put it out, I enjoyed that as it was. But now, as I learn more and I've improved on my craft, I was like, okay, these are kind of like demo stages at the way that they were. And so I just wanted to mold it, craft it even more, bring it to what I think is like the fullest potential, and then share it to the world properly. Because when I first put it out, I like posted it, maybe shared it on my story a couple times, and that was kind of it.
Yeah. It kind of feels like very Taylor Swift, going back to that, where there's these songs that were already out. and I mean, the way she did it was she just recreated them under Taylor's version, right? But you're doing a similar thing in the sense that they're older songs that you're re-releasing, but in the sense of like it's almost like this remastered,
Yeah.
right? Which you saw a lot, which I think is genius, especially in this day and age where anything really goes, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
Like you could take kind of what you were saying before, but you could take all those verses and just make new beats and then put out, a different type of the album or whatever. Yeah, I just find it very fascinating. And it really helps me think about my own music and are there creative ways that I can go back to my album that also was my first album and also was me just like trying to put out an album, and so it wasn't as crafted and well thought out as maybe the future stuff will be.
Because I feel like, at this level, anything goes. I could put out, re-release a song and no one's necessarily going to know. Like there's some core people that were listening to me back then that they know. But outside of that, moving to Seattle, like, because I put out that original album when I was in Florida. Now moving to Seattle, it's like a whole different scene, whole different people are aware of me. And they're not aware of when I went by Q for short, for instance. And so putting the songs out, I think they're still relatable. And genuinely, I think they're more applicable now than they were when I first made them.
Interesting. And was Willy Wonka part of that?
Willy Wonka was maybe like the first rap song I made.
Really?
Yeah.
Ever? As well as the beat?
Yes.
Damn, dude, I'm quitting right now. That song's so good.
Thank you.
That was one of the first you ever made.
Yeah.
And then you're like, nah, that was too easy. I'm gonna go do this other stuff.
No? Okay. Yeah. I mean, when I made it, I was really just, I don't know. I don't know if I ever mentioned this, like IGTV, back when they called it IGTV. I had this series where I was called Testing the Beat, because I was producing for a while and I wanted to be a producer because I was like, oh, this is cool, I'm gonna be a producer. And then I was like, I can't find people to rap on this. I found one person to rap on beats, but then he got arrested for that. Like that shit was done for. And I was like, and he was a good rapper too.
Damn.
I was like, that's fucking tough. And I was like, well, if I'll fucking do it myself. And then I called it Testing the Beat because I was like, hey, I made this beat. Let's try it out. Let's see what it would sound like with a rapper. And then I would rap on it. And I did that quite a bit on Instagram. It's still up, actually. Like, honestly, those songs are like mostly kind of cheeks. I think they're very rough songs, but I did come up with some interesting songs out of it.
Yeah.
Like Willy Wonka was one of the songs that I put out from it, maybe. I can't remember. I also did Pancakes. I did Slow It Down from there. Like there were some songs from it that I think they were like solid songs.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, but again, it goes back to what I said earlier. Like you're unabashedly failing publicly.
Oh, absolutely. Look,
which I love.
It's every time I put a snippet out, I'm like, this is either gonna like be a humiliation ritual, which is just gonna make me stronger, or people are gonna rock with it.
Yeah. And just looking at your Instagram and your TikTok, like some of it's worked. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you're kind of just like this mad scientist that's just testing. Like, let me just see what works.
Absolutely, yeah.
Can you give a secret to the audience, the 4 people that will be watching?
The audience, the secret, about like just using, like putting yourself out there.
I guess more specifically, like where or what resources do you look at to get ideas on like, okay, I'm gonna test this this week or within this time frame or what have you?
I study a lot of people. The people that are doing things that to me they're reaching success, or I like the way they're doing things, the way they operate. I study them and I just kind of steal the ideas. Like social media wise, like Oblé Reed, I just like how, like what's his framework for using social media took the framework and I was like, I'm gonna run with it and see what I come with it. And as far as experimenting, I have like this manifesto that I have for social media and just marketing in general. And there's like 3 rules. I might be only remember 2. One of them is like entertain before selling. Other one is experiments, and the third one is don't show numbers.
Don't show numbers.
Yeah.
Like Spotify numbers.
Yeah. I think it's too easily finessable for like to really matter, in my opinion. Like, I don't know. I could have 1 million. I'm like, I've seen someone where like their first song they put out, they had like 1 million streams in a week. And I'm like, yo, if you had 1 million streams in a week, you wouldn't have 2,000 followers on Instagram. Like, people would know who you are for real.
Yeah.
And so I just seeing how easily numbers can be manipulated, I'm just like, what's even the point of really showing it?
Yeah, I mean, similarly, I also study a lot and look at different people. And that is one of the things you see a lot within the creative world, but I think specifically in the music world, like there's 2 worlds we live in now, right? There's the physical one and the digital one. And I think to your point, it's really it's easier to finesse the digital world, right? To say, oh, I have 1 million streams, I have this many followers, yada yada yada. But that doesn't translate to shows.
Yeah.
Right. And so I think one very admirable or one thing that I have congratulated Obley Reed and Riker on is the fact that like both of those sides have grown at the same rate.
Yeah.
Right. Where it's like he has the streams and he could pack out the house. And I think that's very rare to see.
Yes.
But just like the strategy in the build and the patience to get there has been really fun to watch, and something that I've also been like, cool, let me take notes. Right. But there is a lot of patience that goes into that.
Yeah.
Because it's so easy to just be like, let me just buy these streams.
Yes.
Right. Yeah. So I want to talk a little bit about some of your songs.
Okay.
Because I think, again, I appreciate your lyrics. I think they're always pushing for details. So it makes it like interesting to listen to. It reminds me a lot of like Prince.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. And I think even just like the instrumentation choices and arrangement, I think are always interesting. Like, let's see, listening to like Sunday, for example, or even Lavender. Would you agree or no?
I have this image of myself and my music, and I just hope people get an glimpse of it. I think my music's the shit,
Yeah.
And the hope is that I can just do it well enough to where other people also feel that way.
Damn. That's like the struggle of an artist, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think about that all the time. Do you feel like you're getting close to that?
I would say so. I mean, no matter what, it always surprises me when anyone cares and listens. People tell me I have quotables, which I'm like, oh, I really appreciate that. It's anytime when people come up to me and say they like the music, it's just like really warms my heart. Kind of reminds me why I'm doing a lot of the things that I'm doing.
Yeah, for sure. You definitely have quotables. There's 2 metaphors that I pulled out that are some of my favorites.
Oh, okay.
The first one is, let's see if you can finish them actually.
Okay. All right.
Sweetest shade of
blue. June? Did I say blue or June?
I think it was June.
Oh, yeah.
But now I'm second guessing myself as well. But I think it was sweetest shade of June.
Yeah, I said June.
I mean, so good. I love that song.
Thank you.
You got every... And like what? Let's take a step back, because I think that song's a great example of like the exploration that you can hear within your song.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe I'm reading into that, but I feel like just in that, it's like you have each, like, I feel like nowadays, especially within like smaller artists or like R&B and hip hop, to your point, there's not an intention about, there's this verse, there's a pre-chorus,
Mm-hmm.
there's these sections, right? And there's movements of the song.
Mm-hmm.
How do you go about crafting that in like these different sections and moments? Is it you have this canvas and you're just going to like throw paint on it and then rearrange and like cut and paste, so it's more of like a collage?
Mm-hmm.
Or is it very intentional about like, cool, I have these sections, you sort of like sketch them down very intentionally and they kind of build that way?
It's not really one or the other. I think both are kind of happening at the same time. I'm very mindful of the form of songs just because it's, that's the framework that you're building within. And to me, I'm also always looking to expand what I've done. There's some formats and some forms where it's like I always go to this, and so I'm looking, how can I do more than that? A lot of times I'll do like, chorus, verse, chorus, verse, chorus, or I'm like, okay, well, how can I add a pre-chorus? Can I add a bridge? Can I just do a completely different, like a second song? So just seeing how I can, it's like understanding the rules and just seeing where I can break them and stretch them and see what's possible.
What's the rule that you're trying to break right now with your music?
That's a good question. Am I trying to break? The rule I want to break is I want to make. This is not really a rule, I guess, but you know how songs are getting shorter and shorter? I want to make like 4 to 5 minute songs that you can actually still listen to like the entire time. Like you don't get tired after a while. I think for me, it's like a huge challenge, but it's very possible.
What do you think is the strategy to get there?
So I think it's arrangement. It's like your songwriting, your arrangement. If you have a song where you're keeping like 2 or 3 different melodies, it can get played out after 2 minutes. If you expand the amount of different sections and new melodies, you can take that further. If you have good arrangements, it allows you to keep switching things up to where, the song doesn't get boring. Like there's clear, distinct parts and the song is going somewhere. Yeah, I don't know. When I went to LA, I was doing like behind the scenes footage for this dude named Zach Santos. Great musician. He's from Seattle. Genuinely probably some of the best music I've ever seen get made. It's very like Stevie Wonder-esque. Mac Ayres. Yeah, he went to Berkeley. Like he's a like cracked musician. And seeing the songs were written, and then we went into the studio and he had these great musicians and they were like figuring out the arrangements as they did it. And just seeing that made me realize, oh, like the song itself, if it was just like guitar and lyrics, you could probably cut it down to literally 2 minutes. But having the instruments take precedent, having them go in and out, gives you so much freedom to do more in the music.
Okay, so I have like 3 more questions. The other metaphor that I really like. It's probably my favorite line of yours, to be completely honest. Okay, can you finish it? Sometimes
I can't help myself from thinking about you. Is it a metaphor? Wait, is sometimes that's the clue?
Yeah.
Sometimes I can't help myself from thinking about you.
It's a rap, if that makes it easier.
It's a rap that's out now. Oh, fuck. Can I get another word? Or is that given away with a second word?
Sometimes I'm.
All right,
Sometimes I'm offbeat.
Oh, I rap in 7/4.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, I love that line, dude. It's just so clever. It's just like so simple, but so good.
Yeah, music people love that one.
I just need to applaud you on that.
Thank you.
I wouldn't even say like I'm a music person like that. Like
Mm-hmm.
I love music. I listen to it. I know what 7/4 means.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I fucking love that line. It's so good. Okay, so you have these new music coming out,
Mm-hmm.
and in typical Seattle's Best Brunch fashion, I ask a bunch of other questions and don't actually talk about it. But you're rolling it out, like I've mentioned, like your marketing is great in the sense of like you're testing, you're like seeing what works. You know, pancakes has worked in the past, right? Your visuals have been like you in a kitchen house making pancakes. So I guess that's part of a different album, isn't it? No, it's part of Visions of Paradise.
Yeah.
And then, baby, can you feel it? Could baby, I feel it too? Deja Vu.
Yeah.
Is you like in a sort of like red tux? Is there a through line across the visuals, or is it just like I kind of had this vision for this song and this vision for this song?
There's a vision for the songs. I think anything you create, the through line is always going to be you. So as long as you're authentic, you're going to inject yourself into it, and so it's going to come out. Yeah, there's a lot of things. I mean, I think one through line that I'm pretty big on is just like not taking myself too seriously. So I did this a little bit with the Deja Vu one because I have like there's like 21 Deja Vu performance clips.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah, there's 21 of them.
I did notice that because everyone seemed different. I'm like, you're saying the same thing, but like, how did you get so many different clips?
Legitimately, if you like watch all of them, you'll notice that like the ridiculousness kind of gets amped up in some of them. And part of me is like, I'm just having fun. And when we were shooting it, the videographer I work with, Alex, we were trying to entertain ourselves. And also I had this thought like, people are scrolling on this, they're going to see this a bunch. If someone's paying attention, they're going to realize like sometimes like, what is this off kilter like thing happening in this video? Yeah.
I love that. And the upcoming project, Where I Went, There I Was, which is on like some Bob Dylan-ish. Was that? Never mind. That's not a question.
Like the title?
Yeah, it just feels like very abstract, which I love. But also concise.
Yeah, for me, I came up with the title. I feel like it fits the themes of the songs, but I've done so many things. Like I've worked so many different jobs. I was a construction worker at one point.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Did construction work, tech
Who the hell
work.
let you on a job site?
Yeah. But I've done construction, tech, office work, worked in restaurants, and doing creative stuff now. And I found that we often find ourselves thinking that if I achieve this or I get into this space, then I'll feel joy and happiness. But that's just an emotion. It comes and goes. But no matter what, you're bringing yourself. So if you're not right and true with yourself, you can have everything in the world and it's not going to feel right.
Yeah. Do you feel like you found a place of centeredness now where like no matter what happens, like you always feel happy?
I wouldn't say I always feel happy. I had this desire to always improve and grow. And so that's my biggest thing. Like happiness is, again, it's like a fleeting feeling. I don't want to get too high or too low at any given point, but it does happen. Yeah. I don't know. Asking people if they're happy is always an interesting question. And because your mind doesn't think about like what you're doing in your life overall, it just goes to how do I feel right now? And so it's like in any given moment, like I could feel any way, but at my life, when I think about my life as a whole, I like the direction it's headed.
That's interesting because the title "Where I Went There" was almost feels like very in the moment.
Yeah, I think that's. I mean, that's what I'm always looking to live more in the moment. The I guess one of the big issues with looking to grow and to reach your goals is that you're always looking in the future, and you're rarely thinking about what it is you're doing at that moment.
Yeah, that makes sense. Um, is there, because you have these two albums that are part old songs with some new, and you have Visions of Paradise and then upcoming one Where I Went There I Was. Is there like an overarching narrative that you're trying to tell with both, or is it just a collection of songs that you thought were dope?
There, it's a collection of songs. There is a narrative, but I don't want to say that I don't want to make it like it's not like a book. I didn't have this planned out. This is what the story is. The story is my life.
Right.
And I think people are going to get whatever narratives they get from it.
Right.
That's why I'm actually kind of anti-genius. I'm not anti-genius.
The lyric side.
Yeah, I'm actually I like genius. I don't necessarily like when artists explain like what the lyrics are because I think part of art is the observer makes it art, and so and they're playing a role in it as well and what they're getting out of it. And even if I told you a narrative, that narrative could change next year because certain songs, the way you feel about them and the way what you think about them changes depending on what's going on in your life.
What do you hope people get out of your music?
I hope that it gives them the space to feel and just be authentic.
Love that. Okay, last question.
Okay.
It's my favorite. If you watched any of my videos, you should know what it is.
And the giving flowers.
It's the giving flowers. Yeah, I love giving flowers, as I just like gave to you for about an hour. Who do you need to give flowers to? And it can't be me, because that's happened a couple times. And
I was gonna say you, man. I was gonna give you flowers. You're doing your thing, man. I guess Riker, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people I can give flowers to, but I think for me, meeting Riker and what she's done for the Seattle community has changed the trajectory of my artistry. And I think it's gonna, I told her this last time I met with her, but I genuinely think what she's done, the ripple effects of it, you're really gonna see in 10 to 15 years.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, powerhouse.
Absolutely.
Super intelligent. Like, wears Timberlands like nobody else can. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Partly afraid that she's going to fall because she forgot her shoelaces.
Oh.
It seems dangerous. But yeah, no, I think both in terms of what her and Oblate have done to just like set an example of like, okay, this is as an independent artist, like both explicitly and implicitly, people that are paying attention can learn from, but also in Riker's work of doing like community events, right? The industry nights where I met you and I met a ton of other people, or workshops or what have you. Like, I would agree. Probably doesn't get enough recognition, and is just like really helping uplift the Seattle community, and I think just Washington in general, because they're from Spokane, or at least they were raised there. I don't know where they're exactly from, but which I love. Shout out Riker. Where's the camera? Where's the camera? Shout out Riker. Cool. Is there anything that you wanted to talk about that we didn't?
I don't know. I feel like I could talk forever. There's like, maybe not specifically. Where are you going with your artistry?
Where am I going with my artistry?
Your artistry, Seattle's best brunch. What's the vision?
The vision is to. I mean, I see. So the vision is, or like what I tend to look towards things for inspiration of like, oh, I want to do that, right? Or like that's the direction. And then along the way, like I add my own sort of finesse and spice and seasoning to it. But I watch like the Zane Lowe interviews.
Oh yeah.
Which I love. I love it. Especially the ones that are outside the studio that like he just did one with Ed Sheeran. Did you watch it?
I did not watch it.
So good. Where like the cinematography is incredible, the narrative is incredible. You know, there's enough time to really dive in and ask questions. And yeah, it's just like really sits you into the artist to appreciate them and their music. And that's the goal. But for Seattle, right? And other PNW artists that come through here. Because I think nowadays we consume music so quickly. And then it's, you know, we're on to the next thing that it's almost like a disservice and disrespect to the artist. I mean, as an artist myself, I know how much energy goes into creating something. And even though and I say this for myself as well, but even though you need to find a place where you just find joy in the process and you love it for yourself and like the art of creating, you still share it because you want someone to be like, I love that, or I listened to this deeply and I pulled this out of it or whatever. And so Seattle's Best Brunch is my way of trying to do that for artists and be like, I see you and I see what you're creating and it's incredible and I want you to keep doing that.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Thanks. And then at some point we'll have brunch. Maybe.
It'd be nice, you know.
Maybe. Like a little bite to eat. Maybe some coffee. I've thought about like trying to partner with like a coffee roaster because I love coffee. So then, but baby steps.
Definitely. I mean, a cafe for sure would probably let you do something. Some kind of
The
collab.
challenge is generally I do them morning or day, and like cafes are always open.
Yeah.
So then it's hard to figure out like filming and space and sound and all that. So we'll get there.
Okay. Yeah.
One day. Until then, just conversations, which are the core of it.
Yeah. Hey, keep that core strong.
Keep that core strong. Cool. Thanks for being here.
Yeah. Thank you.
Bye.